Chevrolet postgame is coming up. Melissa will interview the stars of the game. Chris and I will look back at that big Buffalo comeback that impacted the AFC playoff picture. We'll look at it next Sunday night in Arlington with the Vikings and the Cowboys. After the game, Travis Kelce remains over there in thought. A lot of thoughts going on the Chiefs side. Woody Marks back in the game for Houston. He is carrying a lot here tonight. Leaping forward to the 9-yard line. Chiefs out of timeouts, buck 53. Big one tonight, Chris.
Here's the play, the 4th and 1. They decide to go for it. Looked like Mahomes may try to run it. Does not. A drop pass. And that's what set up the go-ahead touchdown. Now, I do want to say from an analytics standpoint, that is a positive 3% that's exactly what they should have done. And the other part of that is it did force the decision. So at that point, you're going to assume you hold them to a field goal. At least your offense got the ball back, and their offense did nothing again and gave up the interception off the hands of one of your star players.
Big stop here. Texans will be able to run the clock down. We'll take it down to about 32 seconds, and then probably take a timeout at that point. Preserve max time. Fairbairn field goal will put Houston up 10. And the Chiefs out of timeouts would be about done.
You know, Mike, the other part of the analytics part of that one is sometimes it's hard to measure how dominant your defense had been.
I was just
right.
There's that, right?
There's one thing, a 10-10 game, if you had given up some points, or the Chiefs defense had given up nothing in the second half, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's where all the math starts coming into play.
Exactly.
It does.
So the timeout taken. Now there's more math. This is what's ahead for these teams and the win probability. So according to win probability, even though the Chargers and Broncos have better records, they both come here. Thus the Chiefs will be, quote, favored, at least in the analytics world, in all 4 remaining games. So too the Texans, although even at the Chargers. This was coming into tonight, so these numbers will change with the results. But the Chiefs' path to the playoffs is so difficult. As I mentioned, win out and at a minimum get multiple losses from multiple teams just to get a wild card. If they do not have the miraculous comeback here, their run of 9 straight AFC West will be done. They will not be able to win the division. Fairbairn from 28 yards to give the Texans a 10-point lead. Chiefs got the pressure, but Fairbairn pounds it through, and the Houston Texans are a half-minute away from a 5th consecutive win. And I know what the story is nationally, is the Chiefs and their run and all that. Aside, Houston Texans, Chris, they were done in terms of the quarterback being out, 3-5, down 19 at home to Jacksonville. They come back there, and now they've won 5 in a row, and they have a real chance in this division.
And after the comeback in Jacksonville, they beat Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
They beat the front runner in their division, Indianapolis.
With Jones playing.
And they come in here with the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and Travis Kelce and Chris Jones desperate for a win.
Exactly.
In their building, where they don't lose these games. And they got them.
Yeah.
I think it says a lot about the Texans. And, Mike, it's so easy to disregard defensive-oriented teams. And I think we're going to see a lot of that in the AFC. You're certainly going to see it with the Texans. You're certainly going to see it with the Broncos. You're going to see it to some extent with New England.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And so now we're going to say, oh, where's all the flashy offense, the Joe Burrows, Lamar Jacksons, Josh Allen's, Patrick Mahomes? Well, now we have to start paying attention to these defensive teams.
Kickoff to give the Chiefs a return opportunity, and it will be not hemmed in. A chance for Tyquan Thornton to get outside, but he's brought down to the 30-yard line with 22 seconds remaining. And Mahomes and the Chiefs back out there. So you saw the path of what Kansas City has left to try to get to 10-7. If the Chiefs don't come back here, they will be below 500 in the month of December for the first time in over a decade. Just their run has been, there's so many stats that you can put out there with their success to give you an idea of how dominant this stretch has been. And Houston came in and their defense got the job done early. Once again, their fourth quarter has been terrific. Rashee Rice, middle of the field, slides down to the 45, but the clock will still run with Kansas City out of timeouts. Mahomes will kill it here with 11 seconds left, and now in position to throw it as far as he can, perhaps.
And he can throw it that far. You know, this is, I always go back to Doug Flutie anytime you start talking about Hail Marys. And you want to run around as long as you can to let those linemen get down there. And not everybody can throw it as far as those guys, but maybe that's what we see.
Probably you don't have much time and you need it back again with 11 seconds left.
Oh boy.
And a false start, dropping back 5. Kansas City has scored 10 points here tonight.
False start, number 79, offense. 5-yard penalty. We play first out.
Esapole, we lauded for his play throughout the evening against Daniil Hunter. So the 10 points, Chris, would be the lowest point total for the Chiefs in a home start with Patrick Mahomes under center. So all those things that have been built up, and it's really an incredible run given how teams come out of nowhere in this league. And it's not over, but it's going to be a really tough road. Noah Gray has it. He's down at the 45. The clock will run out. And the Houston Texans have come to Kansas City, knocked off the Chiefs to win their 5th consecutive game. And the run from Kansas City is not done, but it is down to a last gasp. The Chiefs have lost 4 of their last 5. Just 1 catch, 1 big drop for Kelsey. D'Amico Ryans tries to find
Thank you very much.
Andy Reid, who he played for 1 year in Philadelphia before Andy started this run in KC, and respect Steve Spagnuolo as well. D'Amico's defense getting it done. He and C.J. Stroud still alive to win 3 divisions in their first 3 years together. Houston is 1 game behind Jacksonville. The Chevrolet postgame coming up from Kansas City after the Texans scored 10 in the 4th to beat the Chiefs 20-10.